Hello Gemini, and welcome to your little bonus reading for the middle of April-ish, okay, whenever you find this. I hope it's helpful. It is good for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and cross-watching. Let's bring the camera down and let's have a look what's going on for my lunar brothers and sisters, because I'm a Gemini moon. All right, my lovely people. Of course, we've got Mercury retrograde. Oh, what's that doing in there? All right, well, we're going to take that. That shouldn't be in that deck, but okay. Mercury retrograde, along with the eclipse energy that's still going on, and along with Chiron and other stuff. There's a lot been going on, isn't there? Yeah? All righty. So, how is this Mercury retrograde affecting you? It's knocked me... Always does, because I'm a Virgo sun, so I'm double Mercury and I always do feel it. So if I get my words muddled or get it wrong, bear with, okay? All right, you've got the Yang energy, that's to do, with the orphaned energy, okay? With here and now, which has come up for other signs, and to be fair, all right. Now, it's interesting that this Queen of Cups was hiding amongst the wisdom of the Oracle cards. This is the Rider-Waite deck, okay? But we're going to take it because it wanted to fall out. So let's talk about these for a minute before we add in the rest of the tarot. Now, it has been interesting. I use the word interesting lightly. Hell on earth, challenging, difficult, for many people. Not for everybody, but for many. I myself have been very poorly for nearly 2 weeks, in a lot of pain. This is something that doesn't normally happen to me. And I tuned into it and my body says, we're purging, we're clearing out poisons, toxins. And of course it all stems from emotional discourse. And yeah, me too. I'm human. I know I'm a reader and a healer, but you know, I'm also human. Okay. So if you've been going through that, whether it has been letting go of friendships, whether it has been ill health, whether it has been just like chaos around you, I do feel since we've gone through the eclipse on the 8th that things are beginning to settle down a little bit, all right? So we're not out of the woods yet. Now, they're not happy with me saying out of the woods because that's very negative connotations, but basically this energy is going to be a little bit chaotic for most of April. So expectation will, you know, let's manage the expectation, all right? If I kind of expect, oh, well, if it's chaotic, I'll deal with it. I can manage it. It's okay. Then we're good. But if we are not expecting it, then it can kind of feel like we're being run over by a train. So just allow things to be a rather fluid for the next few weeks, okay? All right. So Yang energy. Now, you're being asked to take action. Number one, the leader. I'm in charge. This is my life. This is my destiny. What am I doing about it? Am I doing anything about it? Or am I sitting there watching the world kind of happening to me rather than happening for me? So let's step into that kind of emperor energy, if you like. All right. It's that masculine energy to do. Let's take charge, let's take control, let's step into it and let's deal with whatever we've got to deal with. All right, now you've got the orphaned card coming out here, so this would be equivalent to the 5 of Pentacles ish in the tarot. All right, orphaned. Now it's a number 5 and 5s are about change. So is there a part of you, and it won't resonate for everybody, just take the bits that resonate, leave the rest, you know the drill. Okay, but if you are feeling left out, pushed out, rejected, alone, unsupported, or indeed actually orphaned, you know, if you have lost parents over the last, I would say probably up to 5 years, if that energy is locked within you, unshed grief, unreleased feelings, this is the time it wants to come out because of all these conjunctions and Chiron and all the rest of it, you know. I'm not going to go into the astrology. I'm not an astrologer anyway, all right, but I know a little bit. Okay, so let's feel that energy and let it come up. Let it come up and let it come out, and let's do it now, here and now. Okay, there she is sitting on top of the egg. And the egg has cracked open and she's popping her little head and body out of the egg. We've got the past, we've got the future, and we've got the door in the egg. Now, what does this mean? So the egg represents the good stuff cracking open, all right? Now, 32, number 5 again, so we are wanting to have that change. 5s are always about change, okay? So the egg is already cracked open to enable the good stuff to come in now, right? But as the good stuff comes in, imagine it pushing out the bad stuff, which you can kind of feel coming up and out, which would be this, all right? So we're in this kind of releasing, healing energy, which actually, although it may feel uncomfortable, is bringing into bear balance and fairness. This is the equivalent of the Justice card. There she is, the owl on her hat, okay, if the camera will focus. But what we've got here are the scales of justice being balanced. We've got the wisdom of the owl. We've got allowing this fairness, balance to come up, all right? Because if you're out of balance, you can always tell, you know, when you're poorly, when you're unwell, or if you're in pain, your body is holding a lot of imbalance and it's trying to shed and clear, all right? So that we can get into balance and get everything good and fair. That's what we're wanting, all right? And the Queen of Cups popping out when she shouldn't have been, but she wants to be here, so we'll let her be here, is all about gentleness and compassion and emotional maturity. So even though things may feel chaotic and might be very challenging, you have the maturity to be able to manage the emotional fallout, if that's what you're experiencing, that's coming up and out. And to do it from a place of love and compassion and not be hard on yourself. Not be in that space of, what the hell, why is this happening to me? I thought this was dealt with. You know, that's victim energy. Understandable, but victim energy. So instead, we're going to say, okay, this is a good thing because better out than in. You know, and I always use the kind of analogy of when you feel nauseous. I don't think there's a worse feeling than feeling nauseous. It's horrible. But once you've thrown up, you feel better because you've got whatever was bugs and yuckiness in your stomach out and clear, and now your stomach can settle. A little bit like that, all right? So whatever this is for you, if it resonates at all, if it doesn't, that's okay. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Check out one of your other placements if this isn't resonating. But I know for many of you it is. You know, I was even thinking yesterday about doing a video on it, but having still not quite fully recovered from my own stuff, I didn't feel I had the energy to do any extra. So I'm bringing it into the tarot. If that's your story and you've been going through it, it will shift, okay? All right, let's add in the tarot. That's the wisdom of the oracle. This is the tarot of dreams. All the cards I use are linked below, along with the link to my website, okay? If you want to book in, I am open for bookings. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Tell me more for my Geminis, please. We've got the High Priestess with the Six of Swords. So you are moving on from this. Your central energy is the Three of Wands with the Four of Cups and the Ace of Coins. Okay. All right. Let's get the other deck in. And this is the Moon and Stars. Okay. Tell me about my Geminis, please, for the next week or two. Okay. Thank you. I will both of those. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, lovely. Nine of Swords with the Page of Swords. All right, we've actually got quite a nice balance going on in here. All right, a decent balance. All right, so we've got swords, we've got wands, we've got pentacles, we've got 1, 2 cups. So everything's fairly balanced here. All right, now the High Priestess is saying to you, right, listen to your intuition. Tap into the intuition. Allow what is hidden to come up, because that's what the High Priestess is all about. It's allowing what is deep down inside us to come up, the unknown to be known, the unseen to be seen. It's allowing it to come up, and it does mean a little bit of work, okay? Sometimes it just happens, it just flows, and it kind of just comes out. Other times we have to give it a bit of encouragement. All right, so sit with it, perhaps journal, meditate, put your hand on your heart or your belly and connect in with, what am I feeling? What are the deeper feelings that are locked inside me? Because this is a wonderful time to be able to release them. So I'm going to do the work I need to do because it's going to benefit me long term. Knight of Pentacles. Now, these pentacles are all about our security and our foundation and our stability. So when we do the work and we're taking the action to allow what needs to come up, then we can move on from it. The Six of Swords is the grass is greener on the other side. We can move on now. We can put that behind us. It's been difficult and challenging, but we've released it. Well done, whoop whoop, fantastic. Now we can move on into what do I want next. The centre of the reading, the Three of Wands. There he is sitting on the dock of the bay watching his ship coming in. Right, this is his desires, his goals, his dreams. This is all about what do I want for my future. If I'm free of this, because I've worked it and I've got it out, if I'm free of that which held me back, what do I want for myself going forward? And it's rooted down with the King of Wands, the most powerful, entrepreneurial, dynamic, determined king in the deck. So the Three of Wands and the King of Wands, really looking at your future now. What do I want? Where do I want to be this time next year? What do I want to achieve for myself? You're setting those goals because you're free to do so. There's a very strong emphasis here on this freeing you. When you do the work, it frees you to move forward into something new, more fair, more better. But it is moving you forward, okay, into a new space. So we want to get this done before your birthday season. So let's crack on with it in April and perhaps into early May, so that by the time you come to your birthday season, my son Geminis, it's all done and dusted and behind you, and you step into your new solar return free of what held you back. So we want to do it now and not put it off, because we're ever so good at putting things off. I haven't got time to deal with that right now. I'll look at it next week. And then we don't. And then, you know, another week goes by, another year goes by, another decade goes by. Eventually, and this is the eventually, we have to deal with it. So we want to deal with it and we want to free ourselves from this in a very empowered way. Because that's the King of Wands, isn't it? He's the yang energy. He's all about, I can make anything happen. I want to make happen. And I've got my dreams and my goals and my aspirations and I'm totally focused on it. But is it causing a little bit of, yes, all right. The Four of Cups, they're like, meh. I call it the meh card. It's not a disaster, but it's like, am I happy, satisfied, fulfilled? Do I want more? Absolutely. I have my 3 cups and they're upright and I'm being offered a new cup, but I want to really check it out. This is a card of stagnancy. I'm not growing. I'm not evolving. I'm just stuck. I'm just bored. I'm just a little bit anxious. 9 of Swords. You know, I'm just not particularly feeling my best right now. So what I'm going to do is pull into that energy and say, okay, how can I bring the balance to be fair to my world, to my life? If I'm feeling this often very alone, what am I going to do about it to start to activate a community, friendships, a relationship, a more fulfilling job or life or hobbies or interests? What am I going to do about it? So this is what he's doing. He's contemplating. He's thinking about what doesn't work, not in a moany-groany way, but in a what am I going to do about it way. And it triggers a little bit of anxiety. So say, for example, you are feeling alone and unsupported, that you look at it and go, okay, well, I suppose I could join that group and I could go along to that event and I could, you know, if I'm single, go on a dating site. And then it's like the 9 of Swords comes up going, I don't know if I want to do that. It's all very scary. All right. But feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what this is about, to bring that balance and to bring us into this new beginning with the Ace of Coins. This is a new stability because this energy is not stable. Well, It's stable in a bad way. Okay, we get it out, and now we can create a new beginning that's much more stable and grounded and in the 3D reality. No more wishing, hoping and dreaming, but actually creating a new beginning here. Now it's rooted down with the Page of Swords, which is a card for me about education. Educate yourself, research, find out, go and Google things, YouTube things, read things, do what you need to do to find out what you need to find out in order to bring your balance into your world, your body, your life and your being. So we're going to take some action. So you might be saying to yourself, right, this is what I need to do. So let's say it is I need to make new friends, right? So I'm going to use the Page of Swords to educate myself about what is going on in my local community, in my local area, what groups are there, what hobbies, interests are there, what can I go and join, and then I'm going to go and join it. It's that kind of thing. Yeah, if one of those things that you're looking at is, you know, I'm really bored in my job, in my career, it's just not doing it for me. And the thought of changing jobs with the Nine of Swords is scary and stressful. But okay, I'm going to do some research and find out what other jobs are out there. What else could I do? I'm going to go look into it so that I can create this new beginning in whatever area of life that is for you. All right. So that's what we've got. Let me get you an affirmation for the next week or two. What's the most appropriate affirmation for my Geminis, please? Okay, these are my cards, by the way, from Hoping to Having affirmation cards. Oh, there we go. Look, doesn't that make sense? It's in the energy of receiving. Okay, my cards are in 3 sections. Remember, reset, receive. This is a receive. I am clear in my goals. Comment that below. I am clear in my goals, because that's what this is all about here. He's having a good old think about what he wants, and he's putting his desires on his ship, as Abraham Hicks would say, the rockets of desire going into your vortex. So here's your vortex. These are your goals. Getting clear on the goals, getting clear on what doesn't work. And you cannot manifest that which you aren't clear about. You've got to get clear. So getting clear in your goals to create the new beginning. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's finish off with an angel card. These are the Oracle of the Angels. Final message for Geminis, please. Thank you so much. Heaven's door. Oh, just lovely. Just lovely. Heaven is not a place up there in the sky. It's a place within yourself when you can find it, within your life when you can create it. The angel there is pointing to the door. Don't wait till you die to find heaven. Let's find heaven now on earth today. Yes? All right, my lovely people. That is what I have for you. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back in a week or two with your May 2024 General Tarot Guidance. In the meantime, you have a lovely day. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.